Hello, welcome. If you're new here, please subscribe, thumb up the video, share everywhere, including your YouTube community tab. Please and thank you. So November 11 was Veterans Day. I, a veteran, partook in getting all the free food from everywhere. If you're a veteran, thank you for your service. If you partook in Veterans Day, great. If not, no issue. You don't have to do it. I just know that there's several types of veterans on Veterans Day. Some of them are remembering those who they served with, including those who have fallen. Others get maybe one meal and a cup of coffee. Other people who are, we'll just say, experts at the day will have their whole day planned out from 5 a.m. wherever they are all the way till like 3 or 4, getting free breakfast, a bunch of coffee, free lunch, getting a little bit of extra for dinner, and then you're good. If you're planning on eating for free on Veterans Day and you end up having to eat your own food or pay for food, you're not doing Veterans Day right. But anyway, I digress. So again, thank you for clicking on the video. We're going to be talking about STK, the restaurant. I went there during Veterans Day. I'll talk about my experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, and yeah. So again, thank you for your service if you have served. Veterans Day is already passed, but happy Veterans Day for those who are watching the video afterwards, and let's get started. Okay, so the STK Steakhouse that I went to is in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's inside of the Cosmopolitan Hotel. The Cosmopolitan, a couple of years ago, became a part of the MGM Resorts family. So one great thing about that is that to go to the Cosmopolitan, I don't have to pay for parking anymore. And I know you're probably wondering, like, what's the big deal? But people who have a Nevada's driver's license or who are part of the MGM Rewards don't have to pay for parking. 1 hour was like $20. No, 30 minutes for $20. An hour was like $40. And then after that, the price was very, very pricey. So parking is already a challenge, looking for a space. And then to be there for 30 minutes or less, you're dropping off like $20. An hour or less, you're dropping off $40 for parking. And it gets even crazier the longer you're there. So one of the things that I have never liked about living in Las Vegas and going to the Strip, that's any property in the Strip, or even going to Fremont, is parking. Having to go from your home, wherever you're located, all the way down to the Strip or Fremont, battling the traffic, looking for a parking space. Then when you get out, you're walking around. You're going to want to walk farther than where you're parked. And it gets to a point where you could walk so far that either you have to take an Uber back, public transportation back, or just walk back, unless you rent one of those little scooters or whatever. So that's one of the negative things that comes with going down to the Strip, whether it's the Strip or Fremont Street, is the parking and the traffic. So for me to do this on Veterans Day, it had to be worth my while. And I got the email from STK telling me that, hey, we're going to give you up to $69 complimentary to come to our restaurant for Veterans Day. I was like, you know what? The drive and the walk are worth it. So here's the website for STK Steakhouse Restaurant. I reserved on opentable.com. Wasn't really necessary. They had a lot of space in there. It's a really great restaurant, and I'll show you some footage in a moment. All right, so I did not park in the Cosmopolitan and then walk out to the front of it. What you're looking at is courtesy of Google, and this is the Cosmopolitan right there. That's the hotel, and then this is the property. And this is kind of giving a 360 of how it looks on the Strip if you've never been to Vegas. And looks great during the day, looks amazing at night. So if you haven't been to Vegas in years, they actually did a racetrack on the side So now, if you're, let's say, eating at somewhere in Paris property, you used to be able to, while eating at Paris or on the Paris side of the strip, or even really close to the Bellagio fountains, be able to see the fountains real clearly. You can't do that anymore because they have like a racetrack that's blocking the view. And I know the strip, or really Las Vegas, did that to start having races and stuff using the strip for money. So I understand that they're trying to be profitable, but it kind of ruins the experience of the Bellagio fountains, which is like one of the staples of the strip, where you can't see it like you used to. So if you're planning a trip to Las Vegas, just know that wherever you're going to be staying, if you want to get a real good of the Bellagio fountains, just be aware that that area where people are going to be sitting at for a racetrack, it blocks the view of the Bellagio fountains, and it's very hard to kind of be over there and see the fountains like you used to. But other than that, the strip is still the strip, and that's the property right there. That's where STK is located, in one of the wings. And yeah. So here's more pictures from the website, and in the restaurant, it looks just like this. So I'm only showing you the webpage that you can see on your own, just so that when I show you the video that I took, that it looks exactly how it is on the website. There are a lot of restaurants on the strip where the pictures don't match how it is on the inside, and even the same thing with the hotels and even the hotel rooms. The STK is just like the pictures that's on the webpage. So if you're going to be booking a trip for Vegas, or you're in Vegas and you're wanting to look for somewhere to eat, what you see on the website is what you get. So I was kind of curious as to what STK stood for this video. So STK doesn't stand for anything, but STK is just short for steak. It's short for steak. So next time I go there, I might try the steak. When they said you have $69 that you kind of get complimentary for Veterans Day, I looked at the menu and picked the most expensive thing on there, which is the filet mignon. And next time I'm going to try the steak. So as I was driving on the strip, there have been reports and even videos saying that Las Vegas is empty. It's not. Traffic is the same, and the amount of people was the same. And this was on Veterans Day, November 11th. So the strip is the same as far as the amount of traffic that's there and people. And even inside the Cosmopolitan, it was like a lot of people there. So Vegas is not dead. I think what's going on is people are going to Vegas like 7 a.m. in the morning or 6 a.m. in the morning, because a lot of stuff doesn't open up until like maybe 9 a.m. So people party till 3 or 4 in the morning, and then between 4 a.m. and we'll say 8 a.m. it's a ghost town, and it comes back alive around 9 a.m. So people who are taking pictures and recording video of saying Vegas is dead, they're probably doing it early in the morning in order to get those shots of no one being around. Because when I was down there, it was like it is business as usual on the strip, on the side where people walk, and even in the casino, like before it was the pandemic. So I parked at the Chelsea elevators. If you're gonna go to STK, park at the Boulevard elevators. Because if not, you're going through a maze of stuff to get to the Boulevard to get to STK. And when I say a maze, so I was parked right by the Chelsea elevators. It took me maybe I'm going to say it took about 20 minutes to get all the way to STK. And that was me trying to follow the signs that are confusing. Someone who worked there had to give me directions. So yeah. And that's just the picture of what the STK sent me when they said veterans receive a complimentary entree. It was for real. So 2026 Veterans Day, if STK sends you something about veterans get like $70 off, it's for real. I verified it this year, and I'm sure it'll be the same way next year in 2026. All right, without further ado, the dinner menu. So when I went, it was dinner time, and the prices for lunch and dinner, I believe, are the same. They shouldn't be, but what they do is what they serve during lunch, what they serve during dinner, they might not serve during lunch. And I went during dinner. So the lunch menu, I'm not even gonna look at that. We're gonna look at the dinner menu, which is what I ate off of. So I ordered the Ora King salmon. Okay, so this is the whole menu right here. This is the whole dinner menu. They got different sizes of steaks. They don't have their prices on the menu online. But when you get there in the venue or in the restaurant, they have the prices to the right of everything. So this is the menu right here. So here's the Ora King salmon. The description says sherry glazed Brussels sprouts, truffle, aioli. It was $70. Let me show you a picture of it. All right, so this is the whole thing. This this is $70. No sides, nothing else, $70. It was delicious. It was satisfying. It was filling to me. And let's just be on. I'm gonna be honest. It's a really good filet mignon that they served. No issues. But is it worth $70? I'm gonna unfortunately say no. What you're paying for when it comes to these high prices, you're paying for the ambiance. You're paying for the environment, the atmosphere. That's basically what you're paying for. You can get this somewhere else on the strip, even off the strip, away from Fremont and everything, for maybe $20. Same thing, maybe even $30, maybe even less than $20. As a local in Las Vegas, I know dozens of places. I can't think of it right now, but there are dozens of places where you can get a salmon for at least $10 to $20, get the same thing. But at those places, you're going to be in a different environment, and STK is more like going on a we'll say semi-formal, casual date night. Most of the people who were in there when I went, they were like older, like 60 plus. There were a couple of people who were younger, but they appeared to be on a date. So should you take a date to STK? Yeah, if you've already been in a relationship. This is not first or second date or getting to know each other. This is something where you have something established and you're ordering a filet mignon, she's ordering a filet mignon, and you're dropping like $140. So you got to really care about her if you're taking her on a date. I'm just saying. So this is $70 right here. And then what I ordered for a dessert was the flourless chocolate cake. Chocolate ganache sauce. And I paid $23 for it. Was it worth it? Not really. It was good. It was a really great tasting chocolate cake. But again, what I paid for, and you can see me, this is me sitting by myself, no date. What I paid for was the ambiance, the environment, STK Steakhouse. That's basically what I was paying for. So I enjoyed both the Ora King salmon and the flourless chocolate cake. Again, Ora King salmon was $70. The flourless chocolate cake was $23. Total, it was $93 if I was paying, but because it was Veterans Day and I got like up to $70 comped, I only paid like $23. So yeah, it was worth my while going by myself as a veteran. Would I go there and eat by myself? Probably not. As a local, probably not. On a date night, you really care about the person? Sure. Two of you? Sure. If I'm like celebrating something by myself? Sure. But as far as like outside of the ambiance and environment, nah, probably not. But those are the two things I ate for both dinner and for dessert. All right, for copyright purposes, I'm not going to play any sound because they had some music they were playing, but this is a video of STK. I tried to get the menu. I had a hard time doing it without having the shadow there to block the menu, and then I was trying to hold it in a horizontal fashion so you could see everything. So that's the entire restaurant right there. There's it. And then back to the menu. Tried to get it. It's a blink and you miss it moment, but the prices are on the actual menu. That's the salmon that I had, and you can see the $69 there. It's a blink and you miss it moment. So I'm going to play it again. This time a little bit slower so you can kind of see everything. So that's my hand in the way. So on the left part right there, that's the one wall. You can see it's kind of like a reflective glass. Then they have the TVs right there where you can actually watch sports or whatever. And they have this area over here that's actually pretty nice. As you can see, it's two people. You know, two people just enjoying each other, probably married and whatnot. Another set of people. Everybody there was like 50 plus, maybe 60 plus. And then there's an area over here in the back that has a bar where you can also be seated, but there wasn't that many people, so that we were all like kind of like seated together. And even though it seems like the restaurant is empty, it kind of was when I filmed this, but when I first got in there was a lot more people. And then that right there is the bar. It's a blink and you miss it. The owner was right there, so I was trying to like sneak and do it. Wasn't sure if I was supposed to or not. And as you can see, boom, right there. So yeah, it does appear to be kind of empty, but again, when I first got there and right when I was leaving, the time I went there was between the late dinner crowd and after the lunch crowd was over with. So the lunch crowd had left, and then I'm in there with kind of like the in between lunch and dinner, and then people started coming in after I was filming. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, you're taking up for STK. I'm not taking up for STK. That's just what I saw. And you see more TVs right there on the wall. This is the hostess right there. And yeah, really, really nice. So that was my experience eating at STK during Veterans Day. I think it was a really great bang for my buck because I didn't have to spend like $70 worth of total ticket. The food was good. It was satisfying. The ambiance, the environment was good. Had no issues. It's just that when it comes to a $70 salmon, and then they did have cheaper entrees on there. I saw a couple of really good things for maybe like $20, maybe $30. They do have some stuff that's more economical or economic and reasonable if you're not trying to spend a whole bunch of money. And they had other desserts on there, such as like a maple glaze, apple pie. They had a chocolate chip cookie, a lemon cake. They had the cloud, which was the butter cake. They had a bunch of different things that were good. And it's typically like a steakhouse. Like any other steakhouse, when it comes to a steakhouse, you get what you pay for. So there it is. So if you want more content like this, let me know. Or whatever else you'd like to see, let me know. If you all like, we'll just say the review of eating at restaurants and food, I'll do more content like this. If not, I'm cool with it either way. So that's the video. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts. Thumbs up the video. Share your social media. Subscribe. Click the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Go forth, do great things, and I'm out. Peace.